Kia ora, I'm David Chester with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This week at everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock, where new central bankers are coming to realise they're just getting started their inflation fight, and we are far from past the worst. But first, US mortgage applications rose strongly last week from the prior week in an unusual burst, but that still leaves them 37% lower than year-ago levels. In late release data yesterday, the American appetite for consumer debt slowed unexpectedly in December, rising a tiny $12 billion in the month when a small $25 billion was expected. Their appetite for consumer credit is unusually restrained at present, perhaps because interest rate rises are making it unattractive. And Fed officials continue to point out the upward pressure the strong US labour market is putting on inflation. One key voice, the New York Fed's John Williams, noted overnight that policy interest rates were barely into restrictive territory at current levels. His comments are consistent with what Powell and others are saying now. And the Reserve Bank of India raised its key repo rate by 25 basis points to 6.5% during its February meeting yesterday. This was their sixth rate hike in a row and was the rate increase that markets were expecting. In Australia, cost pressures, especially in the construction industry, are becoming intense. Pressure is on to renege on fixed price contracts. Major material suppliers are leading the efforts to raise prices across the board. Essentially, there's little evidence the RBA's tightening cycle has dampened demand yet, and although they think they have probably been aggressive, much more will be needed in Australia to defeat their growing inflation problems. The US Treasury 10-year yield starts today at 3.68% and up 6 basis points from this time yesterday. And the price of gold will open today at $1,875 an ounce. That's down $1 from this time yesterday. And oil prices start today up $1 at just under $78 a barrel in the US, while the international Brent price is just under $84 a barrel. And the Kiwi dollar is little changed today at just on 63.2 US cents. Against the Australian dollar, however, we're lower at 91 Australian cents. And against the euro would lower too at 58.8 euro cents. That all means our trade weighted index starts today at 74.4 and soft from yesterday. Get more news affecting the economy in New Zealand from interest.co.nz. Kia ora, I'm David Chaston. That was 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz.